Hi children, one more topic I have to explain in this chapter is about another force related with fluids. For that, let us think about an activity. To do this activity, you have to take three liquids which are available at home. So, one drop of kerosene, one drop of water, one drop of honey. I think all these liquids are available in your home, right? So take one drop each of these liquids. And how to take it, where you have to place it, these drops of liquids you have to place in a plate along a single line at one end of the plate. You have to place each one drop each of these liquid in a plate, one end of a plate along a single line. Then you tilt the plate slightly. What you can observe, the liquid flows. When you tilt the plate slowly, you can see the liquids flows, isn't it? Which liquid may flow faster? Yes, kerosene moves faster than water flows, then slowly honey, right? So, why this difference in the flow of liquid takes place? So, you have seen that different liquids flow at different speeds. So, kerosene flows faster than water, then water flows faster than honey. So, here why this difference in the speeds in the flow of liquid takes place? That is what we are going to learn. Okay, so listen carefully. Here, when the fluid flows, when a fluid flows, it flows in layers. So there may be upper layer and just below that some another layer, like that. The fluid, when a fluid flows, it flows in layers. So there is a force besides here when the liquid flows. We have taken these three liquids in the plate, isn't it? And there, besides the friction due to the plate, some other force acts on the liquid layers. In between these layers of liquid, each layer of liquid prevents the flow of layer in contact with it. Once again, every layer of liquid prevents the flow of the layer in contact with this. This is the reason for the variation in speed between the layers of liquids. So once again, when the liquid flow at different layers, and besides the friction due to the vessel, there is a frictional force between the layers of each liquid. It is this frictional force that prevents the flow of liquids. Every layer of liquid prevents the flow of layer in contact with this. This is the reason for the variation in speed between the layers of liquid. And this property of liquid to initiate a force that tries to prevent the relative motion between the layers of the fluid is known as viscosity. Once again, the property of a liquid to initiate a force that tries to prevent the relative motion between the layers of the liquid is known as viscosity. Here I have represented a picture, the flow of liquid through a pipe. Here in this, when the liquid flows through a pipe, the walls of this vessel pipe exerts a frictional force on the layer which is in contact with this walls. Okay, and besides this, each layer, here you can see so many layers I have drawn. Each layer of fluid exerts another force on the layer which in contact with that layer. So it tries to prevent the flow of this liquid forward. So this force is known as viscosity, and this viscous force acts between the layers of fluid, and it tries to oppose the motion of the liquid. Okay, and that is parallel to the flow of liquid layers. The force is a viscous force acts parallel to the layers of fluid, and it tries to oppose the flow of fluid, forward flow of fluids, and this force is known as viscosity. And then you should know which are fluids or liquids which flows very easily are called mobile liquids. Which flows easily are called mobile liquid. So liquid which flows very easily are called mobile liquids, and the viscous force between the layers is less in that type of liquids. So viscous force is very less, or viscosity is less, then the liquid flows very fast. And another such kind of liquid example you have seen in the activity, kerosene is a mobile liquid. Water is another liquid which is mobile, and petrol also is a mobile liquid. Spirit also you can write among this. So examples for mobile liquids are kerosene, water, petrol, spirit. These all flows very easily. And then the liquids which flows very slowly are called viscous liquid. Viscous liquid. Example for viscous liquid are honey, glycerin, honey, and then ghee, castor oil, etc. So liquids, two types, mobile liquids and viscous liquid. Mobile liquids flows easily, viscous liquid flows very slowly. Among this, in between the layers of mobile liquids, the viscous force is less, and the mobility will reduce when the viscous force is more between the layers. Let us recapitulate once again. The viscous force, it is the frictional force parallel to the layers of liquid in motion which try to prevent the relative motion between the layers. And then two types of liquids we have explained, mobile liquid and viscous liquid. Liquids of greater viscosity are called viscous liquids, and those of very low viscosity are called mobile liquids. So that's all for today, and now our chapter is over, and we will I'll give some more notes, and I will be taking a class test, revision test also. After that, giving notes, I will be taking a revision test too, so prepare for that. And till the next session, bye.